Oh, Baby Yoda, who's your friend? Oh, he's imaginary. Okay. Oh, his name is Grogu too. Grogu too. Okay. Hi, Grogu too. Nice to meet you. Oh, you have something for me. Well, thank you. That's so nice. Is it a delicious, yummy drink? Grogu. Baby Yoda, it tastes like piss. Is this actual piss? Also, what is this paper? Huh. No, Baby Yoda, was that the chocolate I had earlier from you? So hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Sarah of Horror. I review movies and do film commentary, and not only horror movies as my name would suggest. But actually today we are doing three movies that fall into the horror thriller category though. So yeah, I hope you're excited. So the first movie I'm going to talk about is a movie that has been talked about a lot over a couple of months. A lot of people have had a lot of opinions, both very good and both very bad. But if I'm honest, I've mostly heard kind of bad things about it. But you know, I went in with an open mind. I wanted to see for myself what this was all about. And the first one I'm going to talk about is Imaginary. It's from 2024. It's directed by Jeff Wadlow, starring Dewana Wise, and Tegan Burns, Piper Brown, Betty Buckley, and Tom Payne. So in this one, we have this woman who returns to her childhood home, and she discovers that her imaginary friend that she kind of left behind in that childhood home, you know, was not really that happy about being abandoned by her. And yeah, she realizes that there are some consequences. So I have to say that the first major kind of issue I have with the film is that it feels like it's a mix of several different films. Like they took a lot of good stuff from a lot of great movies and just tried to make it into this film. So it makes it feel kind of generic. Yeah, I just seen this before and done much better. And that is what I was thinking like throughout the two-thirds of the movie. So I was like, this is just very, very generic. It doesn't really stand out to me and just doesn't feel that unique. I do have to say that I thought that the list idea was quite a nice detail. So I'm really glad that they added that. The actors, they obviously did what they could. They weren't bad actors. Uh, they did exactly what they should. Yeah, the two-thirds of the film just weren't that interesting. I was really kind of struggling with trying to stay invested in these characters because I wasn't really though. It just felt like okay, um, this is such a lackluster movie that why should I be so invested? Why should I care so much? I did, however, like the look of that teddy bear. It was something in his eyes and how it was positioned, which I really found to be like, okay, is there really a living soul or something in that? Is it really a evil thing? Or yeah, I mean there was something behind those eyes. So good job on that one. But I do have to say, the last third act of the film was much, much better than the first 2/3. That is when the movie really started to become, or to live up to its title. I kind of liked the whole setting they got themselves into. The scenery was very good. I also liked the way that they used the color blue through the film, but mostly in the last third act. That was a very good decision, very clever, and it made everything really memorable. Everything that kind of felt generic and bland and not unique in the first 2/3 really came together in the third act. That felt really thought through, really unique, really cool. I kind of wish that the whole movie was like that. Yeah, it was just bonkers from the, start. That would have been a much, much better movie. Just keep that setting like throughout almost the entire film, and do something, and do a whole idea, and just in that scenery. I thought that would be much better. So if you've seen the movie, hopefully you understand where I'm coming from, what I mean when I'm trying to explain this without spoiling it. I think there were so many like good scenes and just clever way of filming, and how the angles lined up in the third act, that I wanted to see more of that. So that is a shame that wasn't kind of introduced earlier. Sometimes you have to, keep saving everything for the third act. Like, you can give us something, you can give us bits and pieces, or you can just, just go full out on this and just go over the top. Sometimes over the top works just as well as trying to build something up like a bit slowly. Yeah, go over the top. Like, I really like, there was one scene where a character was in a room. Something kind of was spinning that would make a corner or a place in the room darker times and then lighter times, and darker times, lighter times. And I think that they used that trick really well to their advantage, and I would love to see that more. But there was also a specific character's transformation that I really liked in the third act, because it's called Imaginary. So of course I'm buying the setting they are in fully, and how it looks and everything, because it's imaginary, so to speak. So I really liked how the way things looked during the third act. As I said, I wish they had used it a bit more. I also read that the first trailer for this film there were actually sounds playing over a blank screen. So the audiences had to use their imagination. Kind of clever, since it's called Imaginary. But yeah, what will this movie get? How many imaginary friends will I find? I'm giving this one a 5 out of 10. Yeah. So yeah, a 5 out of 10. I felt that the third act kind of brought up the grade a bit. For the third act, I was thinking like, oh, this will probably get a 3 or 4. But when the third act came and went, I was like, okay, I can give this a 5 just because of that. But yeah, let's move on to review number 2. Okay, so review number 2, and in this one, I have a very cold movie. And it's called Cold Meat. So it's from 2023. It is directed by Sebastian Roman. It's starring Alan Leach, Nina Bergman, Jan Tual, and Riley Berrier. This driver David, he is driving through awful weather, like snowing, almost a storm, desert, yeah, snowstorm, and he decides to get something to eat, drink some coffee at a diner. So he stops there. He's sitting at a diner. His waitress serves him. They have a conversation, and then this waitress's ex comes in and starts harassing her, and David steps in and kind of saves her, de-escalates that situation, so to speak. Then later, David unfortunately finds himself stuck in the blizzard after having a car accident. And while he's out there stuck, freezing, trying to get help, he suddenly sees that there's this kind of beast kind of stalking him. So now it becomes a matter of life and death. So when I first started this film, I thought the plot sounded kind of interesting. I mean, there have been a few movies like dealing with this stuff, but I was still very intrigued to see, okay, what will be different and unique about this film? Because this film was playing in Monsters film, but they had no actual trailer for it. There were just still pictures from the film, because it was that brand new at the time. And I mean, it's still brand new, it's still from 2023. But yeah, so I was really kind of intrigued. And also, there's a lot of snow, a lot of coldness going on. In Sweden, it's the same, a lot of coldness and snow going on. But actually, now it's quite nice weather. No snow, it's a bit sunny. Yeah. Most part, there is a lot of snow and it's cold. So, yeah. But yeah, the movie started. I recognized the guy playing David from Downtown Abbey. I think his character's name is Tom in that one. And I like him in that one. So I was happy to see him. Change with the waitress, and then he gets himself in that situation. And then something happens. Something very kind of that I did not expect happens. Yeah, I was very, very surprised at how things kind of evolved and escalated, and in a good way. So I think the script is definitely the movie's best attribute. It's the strength of the film, because the script kind of took me by surprise. And yeah, I think it was a really smart and clever thing to do, to have this story go in that way, because otherwise it would kind of be your kind of typical surviving generic story. And there are a few of those which has been done very good, very, yeah, there are a lot of amazing surviving in the cold and the winter stories. So I'm not saying it's bad at all, but I'm just saying that I kind of appreciate that they did something just a little bit different with this one. Of course, I mean, the way the acting is so believable, and you're just buying all of this coldness, and then we have this beast stalking, and everything is just such a stressful situation. And I, as a viewer, I feel it. I'm like, I'm so stressed, and I'm also so cold, just because I know how that is. I'm like, at that time when I was watching the film, I'm like, I just have to step outside my door, and I am in the same situation basically, except I'm not stuck. I can come inside. But yeah, so I think everything was very believable in this film, and I really like that you just feel the struggle, you feel the life and death situation. And this film, it's not very long, and the editing is very effective, the pacing is super good. I never find myself being bored for 1 second. I just found everything like, wow. I just wanted to know more. And also, they utilize the flashbacks very nicely. So there are a few flashbacks in this film, and I think this film really needed that. I mean, the film would have still been good without them, but the pacing would not have been as great. And just, the background and background stories, and just we needed to get a little bit more information, and I feel we got it. If you're into these types of movies, where someone gets stuck somewhere trying to survive, but then also something weird is going on, something that you would not expect, then I mean, this is a movie just for you. So yeah, if I were you, I would not read into what this movie is about even further than just go and see the movie based on what I have said and the knowledge you get from this review. So don't read anything else about this film, okay? Thought the effects were very believable, very realistic, not like over the top that it gets comedic or just, you know, it fits the film perfectly. Just everything kind of aligns in this film really, really well. How many snowstorms will this movie get? Giving it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, so an 8 out of 10. Very good film. So if you ever get an opportunity to watch this film, please do so. Okay, let's move on to the third review, which is the final review in this episode. I just love my Baby Yoda cup so much, drinking some tea. I'm actually recording this before I'm going to work. So yeah, I'm having a nice, quiet, peaceful morning, doing some recordings for you, and then I will be on my way to my actual job. Okay, so review number 3 is a film that I recently watched on Netflix. This is Crooked. Okay, fixed it. Yeah, I watched it on Netflix. It's called Disquiet, and it's from 2023. It is directed by Michael Winnick. It's starring Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, Rochelle Goulding, Elise Levesque, Lachlan Monroe, and Trezzo Mahoro. So, we have this character played by Jonathan Rhys-Meyers called Sam. He wakes up in the hospital after having a car accident, but something is not right. Something is very weird. And he's trying to find himself getting out of there, but some mysterious force or some mysterious entities are, you know, trying to force him to stay in the hospital. You know, they are not letting him leave. So yeah, he has to find a way to get out of the hospital. So yeah, I really like when I just clicked on play, I had no idea what this film was about. I just saw that Jonathan was playing in it, and I like him. So I was like, yeah, I will give this one a chance. So I have to say that I do really like movies and horror movies and thrillers that take place in a hospital. I think it's such a good setting and location for filming. You can do so much with it. Like one of my favorite movies, Halloween 2, you know, the original set in a hospital. Amazing setting. This one, they, you know, at first really try to portray this isolating feeling, which they do really, really well. It gives the viewers, you know, some time to think, what could be going on here? And honestly, I kind of do like the script because I had really no idea what was going on or where this was going exactly. Like I had a few ideas. They kind of touched on subject, but you know, it wasn't like 100% correct. Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, I think he did a good job portraying Sam. But I also feel that this movie wasn't really kind of that special. It's not really that memorable. It's kind of enjoyable for the moment. Like it's definitely worth one watch. Like just don't expect this to be like this mind-blowing, amazing sort of movie. Want to kill some time and you like Jonathan Rhys-Meyers and you kind of like these settings and kind of these types of stories, then sure, watch this film. Then eventually we're introduced to kind of more characters, and I felt that we were kind of introduced to a lot of characters like very quickly, so we didn't really get a grasp of them at first. So I found it a bit chaotic. But then we do kind of get to know them, and not all of them are like really that interesting, but I do feel that I am invested in some of them. We do also get these nice flashbacks and kind of tell us a lot, and I do think that they were trying to, you know, they do have some sort of twist in this one, and they were trying to kind of get like intelligent and creative with it. Like the twist, it kind of works. It kind of works for sure. But is it like that mind-blowing, like, whoa type of moment? Not really, but it works for the moment. But yeah, there were some bloody scenes, some kind of exciting chases, some kind of exciting decision making that had to be done. That were somewhat emotional, which I did like, and I think they kind of saved the movie a lot. I do like movies that deal with this type of situations where a character wakes up somewhere trying to leave that place, trying to find an exit, but has a hard time doing so, or something is forcing him to stay. You know, he's trying to find an exit, you know, he's like, but the exit usually it was there, it's not there anymore. They're trying to find somewhere, some way to leave this place, but they can't. And I usually do find those stories and situations quite exciting because they can get, you know, really nerve-wracking and just very like annoying at times, because you're like, I just want these people to get out, but they can't. But yeah, I didn't find myself annoyed. I was just like, okay, let's see, how will they handle this problem? How will they resolve this? Will they ever get out, or what is going on? On that aspect, I do think the film was successful. What will this movie get from me? I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Yeah. So 6 out of 10. It is a good grade. It's an enjoyable movie for the moment, and I found it on Netflix. Yeah, a bit shorter episode today. Because I'm planning on doing another episode this week. Yes, so this week would also be a week where I do 2 episodes just for you guys, for showing you that I do appreciate all of your love and support. So hopefully you are looking forward to the second episode, which will be a get ready episode with me. Very special one where I will be reviewing the new movie Abigail, which I will be watching on Friday. So I'm super excited. So there will be like a kind of bloody vampire theme. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, leave a like and a comment. You can comment a snowball or a snowman. Yes, please do so. And also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It means so much to me and it really helps my channel a lot. So thank you everyone, and hopefully you're having an amazing week. See you this weekend. Bye.